All right, everyone, we are here with the first war of season 35 against X+K9. Unique war for me. I picked Kitty Pryde with the 4th of July deals. So we have Falcon, Tigra, and Kitty Pryde going in. I'll be taking Path 2 in Section 1, Path 5 in Section 2, and then a mini-boss on Boss Island. So Kitty's debut, but we're not going to be fighting with her until we get to Section 2. First two fights here on Path 2 are with Falcon. We're going to take advantage of Defiance here against Tigra, and then Locked On against Immortal Hulk. So the game plan here against Tigra is to stick to that strike counter game plan. Parry heavy, parry medium light, parry medium light, parry medium light light into special 1 using ours before Tigra can use hers. That way we don't have to go through another combo sequence triggering a bunch of furies. To make this fight uber safe, or even safer, is to add Resonate, but I chose not to here. I'm pretty comfortable dexing her special 2, so did not feel the need to place it. There, I got Locked On at the end of the strike combo, but I did do it so that special 1 could benefit from it. Now we're back into the second round of strike combo, or strike counter. A little late on retaliating there. Unfortunate. It did happen to give her enough power to where we didn't have to get close to finishing the combo, though, before throwing special 1. Got Locked On back on. There's our heavy into special 1. Now she's at special 2. Here we go, dexing it. Good to go. Strike counter medium light, heavy, medium light, light into special 1, and the bleed should put her just about there, but we're going to help it along with a few combos, and down she goes. So pretty straightforward fight for Falcon. Moving on to Immortal Abomination, same kind of rotation: parry heavy, parry medium light, parry medium light, parry medium light light into special 1. Here, though, we don't have to worry about immediately getting our special 1 off at the very end of our strike counter combo. We could use it to intercept, since there's no fear of losing it. There's also no real fear of pushing Immortal Hulk here to special 2 or special 3, since it is power focus 1 and his combat power rate is greatly reduced after special 1. So we should just be looking at a fair number of special 1s as long as the AI is willing to throw it. So there was our first special 1. We're already at 50%. Hoping to have Locked On line up with when he dies so that we don't have to worry about immortality. But so far so good, going really smooth. It's the larger AIs I've been having problems with very quick light attacks into combos and not getting a block or parry up fast enough. Also sometimes missing the well-timed block. But it doesn't seem to be an issue here. Maybe it's the bleeds. The bleed probably ticked him down. Technically wouldn't be defensive ability trigger. And there we go, didn't get out of range apparently. But down he goes with that heavy. So smooth section 1. Falcon has 2 more fights. Thing here on the first node of Path 2. With this Thing fight, it has ebb and flow intercept, but I'm going to act as if it doesn't exist, and just through my natural combat, I'm eventually going to land an intercept. Just from, normal gameplay of blocking and then intercepting, just trying to bully Thing. The biggest thing here to remember is if you do have Assassin on, don't focus on hitting him when he's below and in assassin range. You're going to want to avoid that, especially if you're trying to push him to 15 rock stacks. You're better off just not doing that and parrying until Locked On is ready. So we got Locked On. I believe this first Locked On goes through its full cycle and we don't get ebb and flow intercept off. Thing is kind of stubborn. He just stays really close and retaliates, which again isn't an issue. Makes the fight a bit longer than it should be. but I'm kind of not stressing about it. He'll give me an opportunity to intercept him when he does. Here we are parrying, not really focusing on hitting him when locked on isn't up. Noticing I'm getting a little too close to the wall, so I'm going to do a couple blocked hits when he seems like he's being stubborn. I am actually hoping to intercept there, but the AI decides to chill. I believe we get one right at the end of this locked on cycle, and it ends up actually removing it. Nope, we go through another full cycle without it. So again, parrying just to eat up some time as we get locked on back up. Here we go. We're at our wall. It's fine. Full combo into block. So now we're going to go in hard. There it is, the intercept. So it's gone. Ebb and flows. Nothing to worry about unless we intercept again and without locked on, which I think we do. Trying to get this special 2 out so we don't have to try and dex it against the wall, which would pretty much be the end of the fight. We haven't used any of our indestructible. There's the ebb and flow intercept fury now. We haven't used any of our indestructible invulnerability charges, so still have a lot of those to work with. And down he goes. So, straightforward. Next is the fight I was excited for / worried about. After a lengthy discussion, ended up going with Kitty Pride here, which made me bring Tigra for the unblockable when over 10 prowess instead of Mr. Negative and instead of Warlock. Game plan here, you're going to naturally build up prowess to 3+, 10+ or ish around, and then you're going to start dashing out and dashing in with medium light. And while I'm doing this, I feel pretty comfortable. This isn't a problem. Now we're at 10+, so now we're unblockable. We are baiting out special attacks pretty well without triggering dexterity. There was the miss global. I was prepared for it, so I backed off and waited, and now we're back to the medium light. And I was planning on building the special 3. That was the game plan. And then with the incinerate, that'll be on Sasquatch. My temperature will go up as I build prowess the special 2, and then drop a big special 2, and hopefully that'll be the end of it. But my first mistake was not having suicides on for this fight. And I can contribute that to lack of experience, but also after a lengthy discussion, I opted for no suicides just because I wanted a larger health pool for the already small health pool Kitty has. So no suicides, first mistake. Now that he's out of Wrath and he doesn't have very many charges, now I'm going to throw a special 3. This will give me a little more wiggle room to build charges, prowess charges, so that we can get a big special 2. So here he's already at 50%, and I definitely want to drop the special 2 with ebb and flow intercept off, and I dropped the special 3 with it off. So far so good. We are sticking to game plan. We're getting close here. Just need a few more prowess. I'm gonna bait out the special 2. Okay, ebb and flow intercept's gonna come up. We're gonna make sure it gets removed before we drop the special 2. Got it there, throw the special 2, and the hope was that this would KO him, but only 12% now. Since he's at 12%, I'm gonna try and drop a second special 2, was hoping this would knock him out, and no, doesn't do it. So this is where, if I watch it back, not in the middle of the fight, if I watch it back, this is where the suicides would have come into play. That little bit that's left would have just gone bye-bye. But instead he's going to heal back up, and I'm going to make a few mistakes with managing my prowess. And unfortunately, with the way the fight's going, this would require building back up to special 3 and then going into special 2 again. But I'm not going to realize that because I'm actually going to get KO'd right here. So just a missed block. Super unfortunate. Shake it off, decide to heal up, try it again. And the suicides weren't 100% apparent that I needed them that first attempt, but this second attempt when I tried to just throw a special 2 with enough prowess, is definitely apparent, and you're going to see why, obviously, because it's playing. But the entire time I was doing this, I felt comfortable. A few of these hits to the face, it's just me not reacting to the AI fast enough and getting block up quick. Those cheeky light attacks that lead to combos that I think I have the block up and I don't. And in this fight, it kind of ruins me for the invulnerability. So there it is. Just didn't have my block up. And here, ebb and flow intercept's gone. Got enough prowess, 2%. Now we're going to try and throw a special one in hopes it'll knock him out. Nope. Ebb and flow intercept's going to come up. And now he's going to regen. So here I'm realizing, yeah, suicide should have been the plan, but now I have to build to probably special 3 and then drop that special 2 and hope that that'll do it. So that's where my mind went. That's where the game plan was. There are a couple times on these special ones, especially when he's in Wrath, that I'm too aggressive. You can phase the first hit and then block the second and then be close enough to retaliate. But when he's in Wraith, you're just better off kind of backing up if you have space behind you. And then here, I actually didn't realize I had a dexterity buff. We had like barely a second on phase, but I guess special 3 doesn't, or lets the phase run just a little bit. So I thought I was safe here. This is where that missed block comes into play. The invulnerability boost would have saved us here for that health, but we don't die, so I'm still hopeful about the game plan. And here he is in Wrath, so still feel pretty good. And then there's going to be, instead of a medium light, there's going to be a medium there. And I tried to block, but it acted like I threw that medium into Sasquatch's block, where I was basically not receiving inputs, and he was able to retaliate my medium attack. So I dropped 2. Ended a 150 fight streak off of 2 deaths with the debut of a new champion on my roster. So, lesson learned. Go in, decide after testing that Falcon shuts off the regen with locked on. So as long as I'm hitting Sasquatch while he's locked on, he's not going to gain the regen. So that's the game plan. Here we are. We got an intercept while it was on. It's going to fall off. I'm not going to hit him. I'm going to wait for it to come back, no matter what. And then when it comes back, I'm going to finish the fight. So real unfortunate. It's not first war of the season, definitely not how you want it to go. You definitely don't want to give up 2-to-1 node either, but there was a lot of discussion. A lot of it's on me. Everything's on me. The options were laid out in front of me, and I chose what I went with. So moved on. Mordo here, last fight. There was supposed to be a fight after Sasquatch for Kitty, but obviously she was dead and we had another option. So we went ahead and cleared it with that option instead of Kitty. Falcon for Mordo here. We've got a white Magneto pre-fight. I'm not going to rely on the stun too much in this fight because of Hard Knock Life. Plus, since we have a white Magneto pre-fight, me hitting him while he's stunned isn't going to be helpful in building the crit charges while locked on. So it's just better that I play this like a Mordo that's technically stun immune and use stun when I can. Really focusing on doing full combos if the power gain is about to come up. I'm even shortening some just so that my next combo can line up with the next power gain. But yeah, Mordo is always a sketchy AI. Never really know what you're going to get with him. But I'm pretty pissed off at this point at myself. And I'm taking it out on this Mordo. So there are intercepts like that one. And me just not giving him any ground to kind of work with. There was fortunate he threw a heavy while that power game was going on. Try and get this special 1 out. Instead I throw the special 2. He's almost there. So I hope this heavy ends it. It doesn't crit. That's fine. Let's go ahead and hit into his block. It doesn't KO him. Maybe I should have done a full combo here. Not a big deal. We had an invulnerability boost on, so using one charge of it here is not the end of the world. And on top of that, we come out of it like, all right, go bye-bye. And that was the end of my war. So pretty frustrating start to the season. Our BG did not beat their BG. We died 3 times to their 1. Obviously, I was 2 of those 3. We actually lost this war 6-7. So K9 gave us another opportunity to beat them. Usually when I think of top 3 alliances, they die 3 or less. And I mean, we're not even performing at that rate, and I'm not happy about a war when we are above that 3 death streak. So we can't expect to get top 3. Congrats to K9 for the win, and good luck in their fight to top 3. But obviously you can see those 2 deaths of mine really hurt, because without them it would have been a win. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe, like, follow, and share, and I will see you at War 2.